When we think of the Roman Empire, we imagine grand cities, mighty legions, and territories stretching across 3 continents. But here's a curious fact. Despite their engineering brilliance, the Romans may have never had scaled maps like we do today. No GPS, no detailed atlases. So how did they manage to build and administer an empire so vast? Imagine trying to navigate thousands of miles of roads across mountains, deserts, and rivers without Google Maps. Now, that's impressive. In this video, we'll dive deep into how Romans traveled, explored, and governed their sprawling empire without scaled maps. We'll uncover ancient travel guides, explore their legendary road network, and learn how they measured distances with remarkable precision. Let's start with something the Romans were famous for: their roads. By the peak of the empire, Rome had built over 250,000 miles of roads, connecting major cities like Rome, Carthage, and Alexandria. These weren't just dirt paths, they were marvels of engineering, paved with stone and designed to last for centuries. In fact, some Roman roads are still in use today. But without scaled maps, how did travelers know where to go? Enter the Itinerarium, a sort of ancient Roman travel itinerary. Instead of showing a scaled map, it listed routes between cities, complete with distances measured in Roman miles. Think of it like a modern road trip guide. Turn left at the next town, then head straight for 20 miles. Simple, effective, and perfect for the practical Roman mind. Now you might be wondering, why didn't the Romans use scaled maps? The truth is, while they had maps, they were mostly symbolic. Take the famous Tabula Peutingeriana, an elongated map that stretched over 22 feet long. It wasn't meant to be geographically accurate, but served more as a schematic of routes connecting different cities. Think of it like a modern subway map, not to scale, but extremely useful for showing connections and destinations. For the Romans, practical travel was more important than precise cartography. And here's a fun fact. Archaeologists have also discovered the Madaba mosaic map in Jordan, an ancient map showing the Holy Land. Again, not to scale, but rich in detail about key locations. So how did Romans keep track of distances? They used milestones, or miliaria, placed at regular intervals along their roads. These stone markers listed the distance to the nearest city, often accompanied by the name of the emperor who commissioned the road's construction. Imagine traveling through the empire. Every mile, you'd find one of these milestones, giving you a sense of direction and progress. And when combined with travel itineraries, they made navigation surprisingly efficient. One famous Roman traveler, Gaius Musius, documented his journey across the empire, relying entirely on these milestones and itineraries. His writings give us a glimpse of what it was like to be a merchant or official on the move in ancient times. The Roman approach to travel and navigation was nothing short of genius. They didn't need scaled maps because they built a system that worked, a combination of well-maintained roads, detailed itineraries, and precise milestones. In many ways, they laid the foundation for modern infrastructure. Today's highway systems, mile markers, and even postal routes trace their origins back to ancient Rome. And think about it, their practical approach to problem solving is something we still admire today. Sometimes you don't need fancy tools, just a well-thought-out system. So, there you have it, a glimpse into how the Romans managed to navigate and administer their vast empire without the convenience of scaled maps. They relied on ingenuity, practicality, and a bit of road trip magic. What modern tools do we take for granted today that future generations might see as unnecessary? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.